All right, you guys, we are here in Dulzora on Marin Valley Road. Mexico is about 1.5 miles down this way, but we came to a barrier as we were trying to get to the border. Just up north from us, or up the road where we came down from, is one of the open air detention sites that the Border Patrol has, that they pick up these individuals. And so we were coming down to see the trek along the border, and all along this road you can tell that this is one of the main roads that they use to come up from Mexico, and there's some locations that they can be picked up. In fact, when you turn on to Marin Valley Road from Campo Road, which is the 94, there was Border Patrol agents sitting there, and then there's this open spot in the dirt, just part of the way down, which has a dumpster in it, but that's not the actual facility, but it's a place that they could possibly pick these individuals up. But all along the way, you'll see water bottles and clothing strewn about. It's all of the remnants of the border invasion. It's something that's easy to find because this is a road less traveled, unless it is for the illegals to come. And so all along the way, they're just littering the earth, and it's very sad to see. But it's interesting because through the city of San Diego, this is their public utilities department, they're telling us to keep out and that this land is closed because what they're doing is it's a water impounding system. And so what they do is they'll take the streams and the rivers or different things to impound the water and use it for other uses, which is interesting because they say we're in a drought, but they want to keep you away with this. And then they have their San Diego Municipal Code, which is talking about putting the signage up to make sure people know that they cannot get by here, as well as the California penal codes. One of them saying just what kind of signage to be posting, and then also if you trespass and whatnot, then they can uphold the law, even just the public utilities employees. And it's interesting because if this is illegal for us to go down, yet we have illegals coming across and using this road, trashing it all along the way. It's just interesting to think that we could possibly be persecuted or prosecuted for going past this gate. But yet they're crossing here all the time. You can continue to see remnants right there as you're walking down this road a little bit, but it's very windy. And again, it's about 1.5 miles, and the road comes to a stop at some point. So you would almost have to go and onto some, just out like either some hills or whatever, but it wouldn't be a road that would give you access. But here just behind me, there's remnants of a fire right here up against this piece of cement. I forget what those are called. It's a barricade. And just beyond that, there were bottles of water that have been left. And as we were sitting here setting up, some of the individuals that we saw at Camp 177 last week that were helping these illegals, seemingly they are part of, the Quakers or some other people that are in Jacamba. I'm not sure exactly what group, but they say they're all, volunteers and whatnot, but they are sitting here and facilitating this. Mic check. Yeah? Okay. So sorry about that, you guys. We were coming to you live and then had a little bit of a hiccup with the audio. So I just wanted to give you a quick update of where we're at. We're on Marin Valley Road. We are heading to one of the open air detention sites, one of the OADs that the Border Patrol picks the illegals up at, which is just up the road, not too far from where we had come from. But we are also, oh my gosh, they're here. There's some of them sitting over here. I'm sorry, you guys. So there's some people, I just looked over my shoulder and they have walked up the road. I'd like to know where they came from. That means we could walk down that road and figure out where they're at. But so, which is interesting because some of the individuals that we saw at Camp 177 just came down here and delivered some water. And if you can look over my shoulder there, I'm not sure how many there are, but I saw 3 of them. And I'll go check in a moment, but I wanted to give you an update. So we can't go past this road driving. This is the City of San Diego's Public Utilities Department, where they are doing water impounding systems, where they're basically impounding streams and different things, or keeping water, you know, segregated, but they can take impound the water and use it for, you know, drinking whatever they want. I mean, it's they're reclaiming water all the time, but it's, you know, so yeah, there's several of them sitting over here just beyond my shoulder. There's remnants of a fire that's just behind my right shoulder here that they seemingly have put, yes, oh, have, sorry, hey guys. There are several cameras, so I'm not sure which one to look at. Anywho, you never know what you're going to find, but this is the road that goes up to the open air detention site, and all along the way you can see trash that's been strewn about. It is the remnants and like just the obvious telltale sign of the invasion coming up through this road, because there's clothing strewn about, there's water bottles, food containers, there are shoes, there's maxi pads and different things that are being left. And these people that come up and help, they were like I said, the individuals that we saw at Camp 177 that have been helping them up in Jacumba. And so they obviously know of all of these open air detention sites, and they are going to all of them to provide water and different things. But Border Patrol will come down here sometimes, but they have been directed to go to Marin Valley, so they still have to make the trek up towards that way. So we'll go ahead and get some coverage of these individuals, which is funny, they've kind of gone around the corner. But when you invade somebody's country, you can't, you know, just hide. There's still going to be people documenting it, which is very important that we do, because
we want to remind people about what we're going to be doing all day. I'm sorry to cut you. I just wanted you to remind them that you're going to walk away right now.
Right.
They're still going to be live.
Yeah.
But the audio is going to cut. So
right.
Just let them know that too.
Yeah. So I'm going to go, so today we're going to be continuing to cover this border machine. We are going to see how far we can get to closest to the border as possible. It's about 1.5 miles down this way. It's a windy road that goes through the valley. And unfortunately, we can't go through here with this trespassing sign, even though this is city-owned property, which means we own it. But, you know, it's okay for people to come and invade our country through here. But if you want to access this road to go and find out what's happening, you're not allowed to. So it's just interesting the way that things are going in this world that we have, you know, find ourselves in with this border machine, because what they're doing is allowing people to commit federal offenses and then, you know, holding people accountable in their own communities for penal codes that they want to put up and act like, you know, it's just to control the people. But when you have, you know, people that are crossing and, again, committing a federal offense, seems to be the new normal these days. And then when you do that, you get all of these perks. So we will continue to show you that open air detention site, go to many other places along the border to give you updates. So please stay posted and tuned. As soon as I walk away, the audio is going to cut, but I'm going to go see what I can find around this bend, because this is All right, you guys, I just wanted to come and just jump back in for a moment. So there's a family of 5. Who knows if they're really a family or not? Honestly, these days you don't really know. But there's 3 children and 1 older. I mean, she could be in her 20s or something like that, and then an older mother, or seemingly, who knows. But they were just coming around this bend, and like I said, Mexico is about a mile and a half from here, but there's also a lot of rough terrain I would think that they had to go through. We told them that there was water that was right there, but they didn't want to take it, and so they started their trek up to where the camp is, which is at 1020 Marin Valley Road, and where they would be picked up by Border Patrol. And asking where they were from, they said that they just came from Mexican immigration, and they were told to walk up to this open-air detention site. So, you know, they had I'm sorry, it was a plane. I was like, is that a car coming? What are they doing? But it makes me want to go all the way down that road just to kind of see, because obviously they're coming from there. I mean, did they get dropped off at some point? But it's very interesting to see that I think that in a lot of places it's the cartel doing this, but it seems like in San Diego, a lot of it's more facilitated by the government, which is a cartel. So, I mean, what's the difference, right? But there is a difference kind of in depending on the location of where they're crossing. I'm not saying that the cartel isn't also involved, but anytime you talk to them, most of them haven't been engaged with the cartel. Some of them may be along the way, but you might more find that it's just the Mexican immigration telling them after they've been detained there to come here. And so, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous how this whole machine is working, and just to see who is all in collusion together and complicit and acting like it's not some organized, orchestrated event when it surely is. But it makes you wonder how often they come through here, because obviously pretty often, and you know, again, all along the way there's just trash strewn about. And so the people in these helpers, they're their own NGO, and it's the Quakers along with just different people in the community. But they are, you know, saying that they go and pick up the trash, but you can tell that they don't, but they'll still come and leave them stuff. But then, you know, it's like we almost need to orchestrate a day where we just have people come up and pick up the trash, because it's so sad to see that this is going on, and it shouldn't be that we would have to do that. But I feel like, I mean, it's just sad to really see all of the, you know, the remnants that they leave behind, but it is always a telltale sign of where they're at, because you wouldn't see this stuff on a less traveled road. You know, you would see it on something maybe that's busy, but not the same remnants that you see with this border invasion, which is their clothing and water bottles and food things strewn about, maxi pads, you know. So anyway, we will continue to bring you live updates, but I just wanted to jump in and just kind of show you that, because you could see them walking by, and so just wanted to clue you in on what was going on. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Take Take